No, I wouldn't accept it because that's too much money. Because if I'm not going to use it, that's too much money down the drain.
Okay.
And then I would feel too much pressure to play.
Good. Nice. I like that. That's good pressure.
I don't know.
What the fuck happened first?
I mean, you got to keep in mind, like, I barely have time for Strive now anyway. So,
Okay.
like, I don't know.
And Frenzy just loses the first stock randomly.
Nice.
Can you see the difference between box movement and pad movement?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know how rusty your eyes was. Yeah, I just had to check. What do you think of boxes?
I mean, I can tell the difference, but at the same time, low-level box Fox looks like your Fox.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Just the areas are so much. What the fuck? What the fuck am I seeing? The areas are so much like more clean and instant, like on the box. It's like fucking nuts.
Well, they just get more control over everything, basically.
Yeah.
Well, almost everything. I don't know. I think I was talking to Rack about this the other day as well. Like, box also just gives advantage for like certain kinds of tech chasers.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the car actually. It's just easier to apparently just easier to tech chase with the box.
It's easier because you can always get consistent frame 1 dash forward.
Yeah.
Whereas on GameCube controller, if you get pulled when you're in walk, you can get pulled walk for a frame.
Yeah.
And that matters for like some tight tech chases, like aerial tech chases and stuff. But yeah.
I was saying you're still better than me at tech chasing, sadly.
Huh?
I said I was saying you're still better than me at tech chasing, sadly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Yeah, that was like the one thing.
It's surprisingly one of the things that just doesn't really go away.
No, only recently I realized that it actually matters how close you are to them when they tech.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, how did I just realize? How did I just realize? I didn't. I mean, I think I subconsciously knew it, but the problem is I didn't consciously know it. And I was like, wait, this makes a big difference. Like if I just like get closer to them, like at the beginning of the tech, then it's a lot easier to tech chase. So it's like, oh yeah. And you probably knew that from like quite a while.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty standard knowledge, right?
Listen, there's some things I don't know, and there's some things I do. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Frenzy just brings us back randomly.
Yeah, didn't he throw away like 2 stocks?
Yeah. So Libers is in the chat for you, by the way.
He should be here.
Yeah.
He just decided not to come. That's fucked up. Frenzy basically free stocked
this pretty much just the top player thing where they just randomly come back.
Yeah. I didn't realize that 23 switched to box.
Yeah, it's pretty recent, to be honest. Like maybe like I want to say like half a year. It might be the longer. It might even be shorter than that. It's like he said he found it really easy to get used to as well. So
yeah.
And I think he was just getting annoyed with controller inconsistent. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, he was just getting annoyed with controller inconsistency. So he was just like, I'm switching, and then
yeah. I mean, it's fair.
Yeah.
There's actually, funnily enough, there's a similar thing going on in the FGC at the moment where a lot of people are talking about hitbox controllers.
They're saying they're too broken?
Yeah, they're calling them the cheat box.
Yeah. Do you agree?
And that makes even less of a difference than in Melee.
Oh, really?
I mean, the hitboxes are the best in the FGC.
Okay.
I mean, pad is almost as good, but...
what, in FGC, pad is good?
Pad is good, but it's stick, like standard arcade stick is the worst.
Okay, cool.
Like, that's the worst to use. And then hitbox and pad are the best.
Wait a minute. So, like, is this across? So, even games like Tekken and other games, you think?
Yeah, no, in Tekken, hitbox.
Pads are better. Pads are better.
Pad and hitbox are the best.
Okay.
Hitbox is easier to use because
that's weird.
Pad is on par with hitbox because you have 2 ways of movement. You have the analog stick and you have the D-pad.
So why do people spend so much money on sticks, like normal sticks?
It's just like a
legacy thing, or
it's a legacy thing.
Okay. Interesting. This is the first I've ever heard about that.
No, because like
Yeah.
when I got into fighting games, I was like, oh, I gotta buy an arcade stick.
Yeah, that's that
You
was
don't.
yeah.
You don't. You can just play it on a pad, and it's
Yeah.
like completely fine. If it's even better actually.
Yeah. And
Or you can get a hitbox, which I did.
yeah. Can you? Wasn't there a hitbox for Melee at one point?
Yeah, the Smashbox was from Hitbox.
Okay.
But yeah, they call that the cheat box, and the advantages there are even smaller than in Smash.
And people still get mad about it in that game.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of cheaters on Strive?
What?
Is there a lot of cheaters on Strive Online?
Not really.
Okay.
I've not really encountered any cheaters.
Okay.
There is a problem with people being able to just like disconnect you from the server though. Like,
Why would they just like they're losing and they just like
no. So like there was tournaments being ran that like they would find like your R code or whatever it is in the game, and then they would like
DDoS you what?
it wasn't even DDoS. They would just like they could change your name in game, and it would cause a server issue, and it would just disconnect you.
Interesting.
So like people were trying to run tournaments, and then the players were all just getting disconnected, and they just couldn't run the tournaments. And they haven't fixed it.
Sounds pretty stupid.
they still haven't fixed it. I think they're going to though.
Are they still patching the game? They're not like done patching it.
Yeah, there's a patch in winter. They're still making DLC characters.
What made you play Strive?
I played Plus R for a little bit,
Okay.
the old one, and Strive came out.
Because I remember joining your stream like at the beginning of Strive, just you like when it first came out, and just randomly just seeing you playing it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't think you would end up being like one of the best in the UK. So.
I think I'm arguably the best in the UK.
Okay, nice.
I think it's between me, Barry, and it's between me, Mystic, and Tiger Pop, the Happy Chaos player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barry's pretty good too.
Yeah, Barry's low key like a gamer god.
Yeah.
And like universally, he's like really good at games.
Yeah.
Like he was like really good at League as well when he was playing it, and then he was like obviously good at Melee, and then he got really good at Strive. So he's just randomly really good at games. So
Yeah. I wonder if Frenzy would be good at Strive.
I feel like Frenzy would be. I feel like he's a grinder, right?
He'd play Happy Chaos.
He would definitely play Happy Chaos. There's no world way he wouldn't play that. He probably looks at that and says, fun.
I mean, to give Falco credit, Falco at least has to aim his lasers.
Yeah.
Fucking oh.
I was saying it today when I walked past Frenzy and he was giving advice to Marzipan, and the first thing I heard was just shoot more lasers, more lasers in spot. And I looked at him and I was like, this is your advice. Like, of course this is your advice. He loves the gun.
Unironically good advice.
Yeah. That's the sad part. I can't even complain because it's like normally good. He always gives good advice from my experience. So.
He's a lot more scruffy looking nowadays.
Yeah,
not as a bad thing.
Yeah. No, what scruffy into what you mean like scrappy and?
No. I'm talking about visual. Him.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. He looks older. He's just older. I didn't notice it.
And the facial hair.
Yeah. I didn't notice it until I like looked at some of his older videos.
I've not seen him in a while. So
Yeah. Like.
You look the same.
Yeah, I always look the same. I don't know. One day you're gonna see me and I'm gonna look like 50, like out of the blue. my youth has like been building up and it's gonna waste soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look 50 one day. But yeah, good job, Frio.